Hey, this is Anna from Photonify.com. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how you can change the season of your landscape photo using Lightroom Selective Color Adjustment and the adjustment brush that I discussed in the previous tutorial. So first, of course, you're going to open up Lightroom and select the photo you want to work on. I'm going to work on this one. And then you want to go to Develop. And to begin, you just want to scroll down to this box. I talked about it a little bit in the previous tutorial. It might look like this if it's closed, and you just want to open it up and go to color. And depending on the colors in your photo, you'll want to choose the one that resembles the ground the most. So in this case, it'll be the green or the aqua. I'll start with the green. And you're basically just going to drag the hue slider until you get the color that you want. And you can go in, and as the color in the landscape changes, like before it was green and now it's more of an orangey red color. So I'll switch to the orange and the red and play around with the sliders in there as well. I might amp up the saturation a little bit. And yeah, so you can see that's already a pretty big difference just by playing around with those sliders. In the before and after, you can see it's almost like a brown color. It's not really as orange as I would like it. So I can just go back in and drag the saturation and the luminance up. Now we're getting something. I'm changing this to autumn, but you could also change an autumn landscape to like a summer landscape. That looks pretty alright. And then I can also go in and I can see there's a bit of like a very dusty purple blue color up in the sky. So let's see. Actually, just gonna play around with that. That looks pretty cool. Because we got this orange hue going on in the ground, it'll look really nice to put in a green-blue color because that's the contrast color. Let's see, put the saturation up a little bit. Okay, so that looks pretty good already, and that was just by playing around with the sliders down here. And then can also go in and use the brush, the adjustment brush, and I talked about how to use this in the previous tutorial. And now I'm just going to make a rough selection of the ground and the tree in the middle, like that. Because then I can go in and I can play around with the temperature and the tint. So I could almost make it green again, or I could make it like this much deeper orange red color. I like it around there. Just gonna add a bit more drama to the sky, so I'm gonna make another mask. Let's see if we take leave the saturation, maybe drag the highlights up and the shadows down, put the contrast up a bit, more clarity. Okay, and I'm gonna make a new mask just around where the light is hitting, just to lighten that a little bit and give it more drama. Oh, I'm gonna turn my brush size up, and I'm also gonna turn the feathering up because I want it to be a quite soft selection. That'll make it look more real. So leaving the exposure at 1, pulling the highlights up and the shadows down a little bit. That already looks pretty good. I'm gonna go out of the adjustment brush and just do some general landscape editing. I'm gonna turn the clarity up a little bit. Pull the highlights up and the shadows down. I actually think I want to just make a selection of these trees in the foreground and just darken those because they're quite bright and they kind of take away, kind of take the focus away from the rest of the image. Just gonna actually drag the highlights all the way down, and also gonna drag the contrast down quite a bit. Then making a new selection. This is just to bring more attention and focus to the middle bit of the photo. And for this one, I'm gonna sharpen it and pull the clarity up quite a bit. The highlights and shadows down. Okay. Now I'm just gonna pull the contrast up, not that much, but there, looks good. Okay. So here you can see the before and after. We've completely changed the colors and the look and feel of the image. This is much more dramatic and it's got almost like a thunderstorm autumn kind of vibe to it. And that was just by using the selective color adjustments. And you can use that for the sky as well if you have an image like this one where the sky is sort of purple. You can just color correct it, or you can play around and get a completely different expression in your image. Like here, because I pulled the luminance down so much, it darkened this bit a lot without darkening the rest of the image and without me having to make a really careful mask with the adjustment brush. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to check out our website. There'll be a link to it in the description below. We have lots of Lightroom presets and Photoshop goodies, and they're all completely free to download. There's also bundle collections for all types of photography, so check that out. And until the next time, this is Anna from Photonify.com.